Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this Sunday Memorial Day weekend. It's kind of rainy and dreary outside, so we're going to be inside transferring this second batch of apple wine, Reisling, if you will. I'm going to pull the cap off, and my airlock, well, I said it was. And I'm going to set it in a cup of star sand. It smells like alcohol. I got my big pot. I'm going to set my pot over here. And I'm going to pull it up. Now this didn't have as much as the first batch. This started out with about 12 pounds of apples. Like I said, I didn't have as much in the second batch. But it's still got 3 pounds and 12 ounces of raisins in it. And was started on, I think, May the 12th. So we're on the 28th now. So this apple's set in the primary fermenter longer than my other wines have. And the yeast seems to do a good job of eating it down. Eating the apples down. But this is the first racking of this second batch of 2023. I'm going to try to get as much juice as I can out of this bag. First I got to, so I can get it out of the mouth of this carboy. The second, I want to make sure I get the goodies out of the fruits, you know what I mean? But while still keeping the pulps in the bag. Girls. So I got a bunch pushed out, but not quite enough yet. I might have enough out now that I can get the bag. It's getting there. This can be a little bit messy, but it's just part of the process. It's something you got to do. Part of the process, something you got to do. All right, set my bag in my pot, set the pot over here out of the way, a little bit of hot water. It's sticky, kind of sticky. The Star San restaurant grade sanitizer in the squirt jug. Anything touches your wine needs to be sanitized. Once again, just like the first batch, this looks like muddy water. But I seen when I transferred the first batch the other night for the second time, after sitting for about 3 weeks, it cleared down pretty nicely. I'm going to take this second carboy, I'm going to set it on the floor, pull out my auto siphon, put the hose on, Which this was pretty clear until I mashed that bag open in it. You're going to stick your hose as far down in the bottom as you can to limit oxygenation. Take a couple of good pumps and get the fluid started. Then readjust your hose to make sure it's as far down in the bottom as you can get it. Yeah, it's been a rainy, dreary Sunday for a Memorial Day weekend. Maybe it'll clear up tomorrow. This apple does have a really good smell to it. Hey, Chief, I can't touch you. My hands are clean, buddy. I know you want to be in the video. Say hey to everybody. Tell them, say, I'm Chief. Yeah, well, you're the buddy, ain't you? All right, as we get down a little bit closer, I'm going to go on and tilt over to the side. I'm going to stay off the bottom because there's a good ½ inch of sediment in the bottom. And we want to limit picking up as much of that yeast as possible. The girls are a little rambunctious this afternoon, if y'all can hear that. They've been cooped up in the house all day because it's raining. So they're wide open right now. Chief's supervising, he's watching. So I'm supervising you. You supervising me. All right, you can supervise. Now we are going to have some throwaway on this because I already see the yeast in the bottom. It'll be interesting to test this because that first batch, it didn't eat all the sugar down. The first primary fermentation, it was still at 1% alcohol by volume. And that's the first time I'd ever seen that. So I'm interested to see if this second batch does the same thing or not. Yep, there's a bunch of sediment in the bottom of this. So I'm going to stop right there, pull my auto siphon out. Drain my hose out. Pull it in the sink, take it apart. Pretty easy to see how much we're throwing away, but you can see there's a lot of yeast in that. That's what we're throwing away by racking it. Here's your 3-gallon line, and this is a warped carboy, so we're going to go a little bit above that. Take my measuring cup out, and we will add some water here. Probably make a mess like I did the other night. That's all right. That's better. Let the mess go back in the sink. There you go. All right, now I'm gonna pull out my hydrometer and I'm gonna clean it with star sand and hot water. Star sand's restaurant grade sanitizer. Anything touches the wine needs to be sanitized. And I'm going to lay this on top of that clean lid. Then I'm going to take my turkey baster and my cylinder, and I'm going to fill my cylinder up. And we're going to test this, see what it turns out at. Chief, them girls are at it, ain't they? I said they at it, did it? Do one more time. Alright, I'm going to set the turkey baster back over here in this cup of star sand. Alright. Well, it's like the first time, but this time it didn't even eat as much as the first time. This time we're at, well, let's bounce it a time or two. Make sure it gets all the air bubbles off. One point 012. Wait a minute. 1.012. All right, turn that around. It's 1% plus, of almost 2%. I'm gonna just put 1% plus. Okay, well that's the second time I've seen that happen. Yeah, I just put 1% plus, put 1.5%. All right. So I'm going to pull my hydrometer back out again, clean it one more time with star sand and hot water so I can put it back in its protective sleeve. Pull my lid back out, put the lid back on. Pull my bong out and my airlock, put it back in. Oh, hold up, wait a minute. You're ahead of yourself, Greg. Let's pour this back in here first. And I can set the cylinder in the sink, then I can put the cap back on. Now, paper towel. And I would like to thank everybody tuning in to Stranded Sailors Wines today to help me do the primary transfer from the primary fermentation to the secondary fermentation of this second batch of apple wine. It looks like muddy water again, but as we found out earlier, after 2 or 3 weeks, it does clear down very nicely. I'm still interested to see what it tastes like. All right, thank you. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers and everybody that's been watching my videos to run up the views. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your family. Till next time, this is Greg from Stranded Sailors Wines. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Goodbye.